You know what's funny?
Men are garbage.
I made that for you.
I mean, they are.
I made that for you. And what's funny is that what you want, Brandy, is you want men to walk the fine line between
yes,
garbage and nice.
Yes, exactly.
And that's an impossibility.
Bros and hoes. You're listening to Your Favorite Thing podcast with
Wells and Brandy. Now, let me tell you something. This strike is finally ending, and then now it's just like a flood of things I have to do now.
Is it really?
Yeah. Do you want to hear my schedule this week?
Yeah, I do. I want to hear it.
Okay. So let's see. I got back yesterday, which was Monday, right? Bachelor party. Today, I had to record a podcast at noon. I went and worked out. I had a fitting for a photo shoot that I'm doing later this week. Then I had to get my hair cut because I've got a bunch of stuff this week. Then I have this. Then tomorrow I've got press all day from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm Zooming or I'm in a car going to different sets. Then Thursday, Sarah and I are doing a shoot. That's all day. Friday, I have a meeting with this production company that I've totally forgot about, but now that the strike's over, I have to go do that for a movie. And then I'm off Fridays. I'm Saturday, Sunday. I do have free. And then Monday, all over again. The entire week is booked out. And then the next week is booked out.
You sound like Kim or whichever Kardashian is like, I'm just so busy. Like Nobu Wednesday, Vegas Friday, cryotherapy on Sunday.
None of those things are in the things that I suggest that I said I have.
But it's in the same realm.
No.
You're like, haircut, gym, photo shoot with my wife.
Well, the reason why I had to get the haircut is because I have the press and then the photo shoot.
I noticed you have some scruff happening as
That's
well.
because I haven't had time to shave it. It's all going to shit.
Is it?
Yeah, all going to shit.
You're doing fine. So you painted this wall behind you?
I did myself.
Wow.
I know. Which the paint store story was interesting. So
okay,
I go to the Sherman-Williams whatever thing.
Sherwin, but yes.
Ask Sherman-Williams. Sherwin?
Sherwin.
Anyway, so it's like on Ventura, right? Busy street for those people that don't live in LA. So you know how like it's a busy street, you can go like in the back and you can park in the back and there's like 4 spots in the back and you can go in the backs, right? Mm-hmm. So I pull in and there's like 4 spots and 2 of them are for the Sherman-Williams thing. And then the other 2 is for like a cake store. And yes, it says like, if you're not parked if you're not going to the cake store, then we're going to tell you. And if you're not going to Sherman-Williams thing, we're going to tell you. And I'm like, I'm going in there to get a can of paint and I'm out of here, right? So I park in there. I've never been to the store my entire life, right? So I go in there, they're mixing up my paint, and then all of a sudden this lady comes out that's all tattooed, and she's just like, I fucking told you guys 1,000,000 times, I'm fucking towing this guy. And so the guys come up and they're like, hey, did you park back there? And I go, I don't know, I parked behind the store. Even though I knew I was in the wrong, but I was like, I parked behind the store. So they're like, can you go move your car? Sorry, she gets a little angry. And so I start walking out. So she starts to confront me and she's like, every fucking day I have to deal with you guys. Every fucking day. Next time I'm towing you. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I've never been here before. And she goes, you have to be fucking blind not to see it. And I was like, whoa, okay. I said, and she was like, next time I'm towing. And I was like, I'm never coming back to this store again. Don't worry. But I was like, I'm so sorry. And she goes, you know what? You're welcome. And I was like, whoa, dude.
You're welcome for what?
I guess not towing me.
Huh.
It was so aggressive. And I was just like, so this is obviously an issue that she has with those guys that like are in the store, you know,
right.
And not with me personally. Mm-hmm. But like I took the brunt of it. I have a
feeling these issues are even deeper rooted than the men in the store. Yeah.
So anyways, and I was like, you're a cake decorator. You need to be like a happy person, you know? You can't be going and making cakes with this type of energy. You know?
Oh God, I do know.
So anyways, it was bonkers. So anyways, I got this paint. I went with the no primer paint.
Okay.
because your boy doesn't want to be painting multiple layers here.
Do you know what the shade is called? It's very nice.
I don't. I was like, I want a dark green. And they're like, we got this one. And I was like, that's what I like. I like it.
Insane.
So I'm going to do the entire room. Let me tell you what's happening in my little office, okay? I'm going full, like, country club lodge vibe, okay? So I'm getting a Chesterfield couch, okay? So next time you come here, you'll be sitting in a Chesterfield.
Ooh, that's nice.
And I think I'm actually going to put my desk over there and have the Chesterfield over here. So my new desk is all wood, and it's just one piece instead of like I've got like kind of like a sectional thing that I hate so much. I got a new mic stand that's coming. I might buy a new computer just to make it all kind of like smaller. But yeah, it's going to be very streamlined. It's going to be very professional looking. And I've got a chest of drawers that I'm going to put over here, and then I'll have like all my cables and microphones and all this stuff. So I'm very excited about what we're doing here, even though like the YFTers don't give a shit. I mean, maybe they do. I don't know.
I think they care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
I noticed that our reel announcing the YouTube channel, it got a lot of views.
It did?
Did you notice?
I didn't, because I was.
You don't notice these things.
I was in Mexico, very blacked out. Let's be honest.
Well, that's not shocking. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I didn't realize some of our reels do really well.
Yeah, that's because I post them.
I guess so, but not all of them, and you do post most of them. 148,000 plays.
Well, there you go.
On the YouTube video, which is pretty good for us.
Did we get 148,000 YouTube views? Because that means I think we got some money coming to our way.
I doubt that, but I feel like that's like definitely like the best, like by far, that any of our reels have done.
Yeah.
Like every now and then we'll get like a 45,000. You know, or like a 50,000, but 148, big deal.
Yeah, I love that. I love that for us.
Love that for us.
I was telling the YFTer before I called you, I was looking at some of the fuck you very muches on the podcast store on Apple. And there were 3 in a row that were like, hey, listen, I don't watch Bachelor in Paradise. I want the show YFT back. And then someone suggested, like, can you just give us a timestamp of like when this ends so we can just fast forward to that? So I've made a commitment that I will add in at some point, hey, by the way, guys, this is if you want to skip ahead, then you totally can. But I do think that maybe we can tighten it up. We can probably tighten up the Bachelor in Paradise talk. We definitely can.
Although I gotta say, for the Bachelor haters out there, I understand not wanting to watch The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. Like, it's just like once you've been watching it for so many years, it gets a little old. But Paradise is good TV. I'm really loving the season.
Are you?
I would maybe suggest that people maybe give Paradise a shot if you're kind of over the Bachelor, Bachelorette thing.
I'm with you on that. I think this season is pretty good. I think this last episode was very good. I thought actually episode 2 was a little sleepy.
Okay.
I mean, it was just a lot of. I felt like we burnt a lot of time on the Hannah stuff, and I'm like, let's get to the meat of it. You know?
Yeah. Totally.
But I thought this last episode is very, very good. So maybe we should start the show. We'll rip through a quicker recap of BIP episode 3, and then we'll get into like our normal. I actually have a bunch of stuff, of favorite things.
Great. Love that.
I think it's you.
Okay, great. Bros and hoes, you're listening to Your Favorite Thing podcast with
Wells and Brandy. Wells is a new studio. Episode 3, Bachelor in Paradise. I guess the big news is that Tanner comes to town. And the girls are smitten.
Yes, they are.
Bunch of smitten kittens.
I love it when somebody that didn't have like much attention on their season comes to Paradise and is a hot commodity. I love that more than anything.
Well, he is a very handsome man. I will say that.
I always said that when he was on The Bachelorette.
He is very tall.
Yes.
I mean, they're all tall, but like he's like 6'4".
It's very cute.
So I totally get it. But like the main ladies that are into it are kind of the hottest commodities on the beach in Kat and Jess. Here's the thing. Jess, you're so freaking cute.
I know.
And I love your one piece.
Yeah.
If someone compliments your one piece, you don't need to say that you're bloated. And that's why you're wearing the one piece.
I guarantee you she has watched this back and knows this.
Yeah.
Like, I know she knows this already, but I felt like that was just like her nervous tick that day, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what to say, so I'm just going to say, I'm bloated.
Yeah. I mean, it is cute, but when she does it again, when who shows up?
Tyler.
When she does it again, you're just like, come on.
Yeah, totally.
And also, you don't look bloated. You look like a tiny little thing, and you're so cute.
Yeah.
So like obviously, like he takes both Kat and Jess, and I will say this just so you know, if you're watching the show, he takes everybody.
Yeah,
we're only seeing him take the two people that actually have a shot at this date. I think. You know. What's interesting is that before he shows up, Kat and Braden seem to be doing just fine.
Yeah.
I never got like a vibe of like Kat being not super into anything to like give Braden maybe like some pause, right? But then obviously when Tanner comes, Braden starts freaking out a little bit, which is understandable because I think he probably knew that this guy was on her list.
Yeah, I think she had said that somewhere early in the season, you know?
Which is totally fine. And one thing I would say to Braden, because I see a lot, but I don't see everything, is that there's almost like this thing of women can smell when you're not confident.
Absolutely.
And it's so unattractive.
I think that goes both ways. I just don't. I think men don't realize that they have that intuition the way women realize it, but they do. Like that's just something. Confidence is like it's so. It's like the highest form of currency you can have as a person is confidence. I feel like, especially when it comes to dating and relationships.
Yeah, and I wonder if he had played it a little bit differently. Of like, yeah, go for it, have a good time. You know.
Yeah.
Figure it out, I guess. And then her coming back and he was like, yeah, whatever. I don't know. You know, if you're not into it, you're not into it. I wonder if she would have felt differently. I don't know if she would have, but I wonder if she would have. Because he does. And here I'm going to actually defend Braden probably for the rest of this episode, but I will say he does come across as a little whiny, and that can be such an easy like, ick.
Absolutely.
You know?
I mean, nobody likes desperate, and he was coming off desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does, at least he does the thing, which I think, here's the thing, like, and ladies, like, what do you want? Do you want guys to be like in touch with their emotions and being honest and like wear their heart in their sleeve? Or do you want them to be kind of assholes?
I don't. I want him to be kind of an asshole.
You know what's funny?
Men are garbage.
I made that for you.
I mean, they are.
I made that for you. And what's funny is that what you want, Brandy, is you want men to walk the fine line between garbage and nice.
Yes, exactly.
And that's an impossibility.
Here's the thing. I like it when guys kind of act like an asshole, but aren't actually an asshole.
Yeah, but that's very
I
hard.
would prefer that over someone that pretends to be all nice and in touch with their emotions and then actually ends up being a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like.
Okay.
Because there are plenty of those out there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so nice. I'm so thoughtful. I'm such a great guy. Wrong.
Yeah.
I'm a piece of shit.
I know, but what you're asking for is just such a hard thing for somebody to do.
Is it though?
I think
is
it is
that hard?
I
don't know.
I mean, I think that like either you're a nice person or you're a fucking asshole. Like it's hard to be like he's a nice guy. Like he's a nice guy, but he just acts like an ass. That's the story of like someone just defending someone who's an asshole.
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, back to the show.
I feel like I'm a little bit of an asshole.
Yeah, I can see that.
But at the end of the day, I'm a nice person.
Yeah, I
it's
think,
like I kind of act like an asshole, but I'm not, and it's like I'm just looking for that in someone else.
Yeah, maybe I'm a little bit of that.
Oh, yeah, I definitely think so.
Yeah,
Yeah, you act like an asshole every now and then.
I do.
Yeah, more you used to a lot more than you do now.
Really?
I think so.
What was I mean about in the back?
Not mean. That's a different word entirely.
Okay, what was I an
I think
asshole
you just
about?
gave off this like arrogant asshole energy.
Did I?
Yeah,
And
but it was like it was a good. I like that.
And-
So like I think that's a good thing. But I always knew you weren't actually an asshole.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
So I've calmed down though. That's gone away a little bit.
Yeah, I think marriage life has really softened you up.
Yeah. Age too.
Yeah.
I'm starting to come to terms with my mortality, and I'm really.
No, you're just a little softer, Wells.
Yeah, it's funny. My dad's like that too. My dad's in his 80s, and like he knows that like the time is near, and all of a sudden he's like sentimental and like calling us way too much, and you're like, what's going on here? Okay, back to the show. Jess and Blake are sitting on a daybed, and Jess doesn't know that poultry and birds are the same thing.
Yeah. What's not funny? Well, kind of. Jess is just not into Blake.
Yeah. Which is very surprising because he looks good down there. Like the haircut. He's jacked up. He's chill.
Yeah.
But do you think that would be more into Tanner?
I don't know. I know she really likes Tanner, but I just don't know. I don't know if that dynamic would work either.
Yeah, I don't know how to put it. It's like she is a woman, but there's also like a lot of like very, very like kid aspects of Jess.
I mean, she is young.
He's like 23, 24.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that is very young. But you know what I'm
Tanner's
saying?
30.
But you know what I'm saying? Like in terms of like, I almost think that like, I wonder how many like serious relationships she's really been in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because like she really could, I feel like could be dating anybody out there.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler comes in, he's the cutest.
So cute. I was so bummed that he didn't take Rachel. I mean, I don't know if they're just like got this like friendly vibe, but how funny would it have been if they like had, a part 2 story on Paradise? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a hard thing for someone from their season to go back out on dates with this person.
I could see it. You were rejected. She picked somebody over you. Like, I could see it, but also it would have been cute.
Yeah, and it's also like it's their opportunity to like meet other people. I was actually really surprised that he didn't take Jess.
Me too.
But I do love Mercedes, and I'm happy that like Mercedes got to go on like a fun date like that.
Yeah, and it's funny. She said that he was like the top of her list. This whole list thing this season is so funny. But she was like, "You're my number one," or whatever, and he kind of said that about her too. And I was like, "That's such a twist." Like, I would have never put those two together and pictured that those two like would like each other. But seeing them together, it does work. They're very cute. Like, I love this for them. And Mercedes is so giddy around him. I haven't seen her like that about any of these guys so far.
I almost feel like next season, the lists need to be published.
I guess.
So like I can be like, I don't know if, because I think sometimes you're like, you're on my list. And you're like, were they?
Were you?
Really?
Yeah.
Or are you just saying that because let's check the replay. Nope, that was not the original list that you had when you came in here.
Yeah, it'd be funny actually if you guys had everyone make the lists, and then I know you're doing this like truth box thing next week or whatever, but like reveal them like halfway through and blow up some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyways, okay. So, by the way, we need to kind of go backtrack a little bit. So, obviously, Tanner decides to take Kat on the date, and she has no problem saying yes. Like
I can't believe that she didn't even speak to Brayden before going.
Yeah, it was a little messed up. I will say that. And what I think was really not right was when she got dressed. And she came down and he came up to her and said, "Wow, you look really beautiful." And she just disregarded him.
I know, it was insane.
And that for like, I know that you haven't liked Brayden very much or whatnot, but like, I don't know if there's anybody that I don't like enough to not feel bad for them in that situation.
Well, not only feel bad, I mean, it's just like a decent, like a respect thing. Like, it's just decency to like somebody you've been talking to and kissing and like you've got something going with somebody and you're not even going to acknowledge them when they talk to you and when you're about to go on another date without even a conversation. I don't know. I thought it made her look really, really terrible.
Yeah. And I think that she continues to look bad, especially when she comes back to the beach. We'll get there.
Yeah.
So they go on their date, whatever. They go ride horses, which is so funny. Finding like the biggest bug for her to ride on to be freaked out by,
Also, Bachelor producers.
Yeah.
Can we please stop putting fake horse noises in? Everyone knows they're not real.
Oh, I don't even know what you're talking about.
What the fuck do you mean? All of the whinnies and the horse snickering, none of that is real. That is all overdubbed. None of it's real. It's not believable. Please stop doing it.
I believed it.
No, it's stupid. Please stop doing it.
My thing would be, hey, Bachelor producers, the GoPro angle that you have on everyone's
Horrible.
face, it's just nothing but under chin.
Yeah, it's not good. There's a lot that could be fixed about the horse scenes. Yeah. And if you need help, just call me, okay?
Yeah, okay. You're going to be the equestrian for the season.
Well, let me help you guys out.
So, but they go and have a beautiful date. It's fine. Like, you can tell that this is who she's been waiting for this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, Braden's back there just like, I'm fully pot committed. Like, I hope she comes back to me, yada, yada, yada. And like, we all know that's just not going to happen. In the same vein, you have Mercedes going with Tyler, and poor Will's like, motherfucker.
Poor Will.
I do feel really, for both of these guys, like their stories are so parallel to me.
Mm-hmm.
Will even more so. He's like this like sweet little like just guy that just wants to get married, and like nobody gives him the time of day.
He's too soft.
He is. And it's very funny that you say that, because I think that that's kind of what it is,
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, obviously Kat comes back, and Braden does a couple things wrong. One is he kind of comes up to her and like asks to go talk.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was in his shoes, I would have been stubborn and been like, if she wants to talk to me, she can come talk to me. But like, I'm not going to look like a bitch being like, can we go talk, please? After you, like, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
She goes and she just like immediately cuts it off with him. And here's the thing, like, I was there the entire time. They were the strongest couple. Like, they were, you couldn't peel them apart.
Other people said that too. A lot of people said that, when they were they would kind of go through everyone. They'd be like, yeah, Braden and Kat, like maybe the strongest, super strong couple. Like, that's what I'm saying. For her to have not even spoken to him before going on the date was just crazy.
Yeah. And then she was very dismissive of him when they actually had the talk, and he took it. He took it on the chin, and he was like, okay. And then the thing that happened, which guys do, I think it was Aaron B. and of all people, Sean, come over there and they gas him up a little bit. They're just like, that's messed up. That's fucked up. And he's like, you're right. It is fucked up. And like, I'm hurt. And like, she didn't even come and talk. Like he starts doing the things that everyone knows he was feeling. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I absolutely love it, because it was the most me thing ever, was when Jess pulls Kat and is like, hey, this isn't going to look good for you.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that I say a lot, where I'm like, I can see the forest for the trees in terms of like what this is going to end up, the optics of it are. And like, you just look like a cold-hearted, cold-blooded lady,
Mm-hmm.
And she just can't hear it.
Nope.
Like and it's funny, like that's a maturity thing too, of no one likes to get constructive criticism, but you can grow from it.
Yeah.
But it takes a long time to be mature enough to be like, okay, I hear what you're saying. I hate it, but you're probably not wrong, And then maybe I can do better. But this is a woman that like does not.
No.
And I do think there's a little bit of the really, really pretty people get away with a lot of stuff that like normal people don't. And I think that that's a little bit of what's going on here.
Yeah, I could see that.
So then she pulls Braden again and fucking lights him up. And the poor guy's like, I'm just telling you how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, you're being argumentative. Poor guy's like, what? I'm telling you I'm sad.
Oh my God, she's the argumentative one.
No kidding. It's such projection,
Mm-hmm.
like
And it's very obvious too.
Yeah, and it's like psychology 101. It's
Yeah.
just like, come on, dude.
I know.
Anyways, do you feel a little bit differently about Braden after all of this?
Definitely. And I like
Okay.
Braden much more on Paradise than I did on his season. I just, on his season, he wasn't very likable. So, that's why I give him shit. But I'm definitely, there's multiple sides to people. I get it.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. But I think he needs to stop being so desperate because I think a lot of women do and will come down and like him and be interested in him. So, like, I don't know. He needs to toughen up, shrug it off. Like, you dodged a bullet, buddy. On to the next,
Totally. And then the other, obviously, big storyline is the poo baby. Sam hasn't shit in over 9 days.
I wish they wouldn't have made it such a big deal. I'm like, okay, we get it.
Yeah. I mean, it was it was a part of what was happening there.
Mhm.
So I can't say that, like,
Is
I
it that
agree
big of a deal to not shit for 7 days?
I think, well, it was 9 days.
Oh, 9
It was
days.
9 days when it was revealed to us.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you can have like a ruptured colon. Like, I think
Oh.
things can get really bad.
Okay.
Yeah, like you need to, like, if you haven't shit in 2 weeks, you need to go to the hospital. Like,
Really?
100%.
I guess if you're eating a lot, then yeah.
You're eating every single day. It's tacos every
Yeah.
single day.
Yeah.
But anyways, the doctor is hilarious.
Well, is he really a doctor?
Yeah, he is.
He's not like an actor or anything.
No, yeah, no, he's the guy. He's the guy that, like, gives
He's
me
had to have
chills
been
when
on
I-
TV before.
I mean, I
He's
think
too good.
He's been on the show before, for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, I'm like, he's too good on camera to have never been on camera.
Yeah, like, what's his name? Last year broke his ankle, and he was
there.
I think that it was a cute thing that what Erin did of, like,
Oh, for sure.
she was obviously very embarrassed by it.
Mm-hmm. I'm shocked she was as confident as she was to talk about it.
Honestly, I think we were all very impressed that she was willing to talk about it.
Yeah, I would have been like, fuck no, you're not putting me on TV
Yeah, I
talking
know.
about not being able to shit.
Oh, I know. And when producers were like, "Hey, Wells, Sam wants to come talk to you about something personal," I was like, "Okay, sure."
Like, I can't imagine.
And I'm thinking it's gonna be like, I really feel something strongly for Erin, but I don't know how to. And I was like, totally caught off guard with so I haven't shit in 10 days. I was like, what? What? Anyways, I think it's funny. I think you need a little bit of that, especially in an episode like the one that we had where you just see 2 guys just absolutely get destroyed. And there needs to be like a little bit of levity, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a somewhat well-balanced episode.
Yeah. I liked it.
Poor Will.
Oh,
Can't catch a break.
jeez.
Poor guy.
I know. I do feel bad for him.
I do too. You got some fave things, bro, or what?
Bro, I got at least one fave thing.
Okay, give it to me.
There's a Netflix movie called Fair Play. Have you seen it?
Okay. No.
Oh, it's so good. Look up the synopsis for me. It's I feel like I don't say her last name correctly, but it's Phoebe Divner, something like that is her name. She is in season 1 of Bridgerton. She's in a bunch of things. I'm obsessed with her. She's amazing. And she's in this movie. It's a movie. It's long. It's so fucking good. The acting is incredible. I love the storyline. I was just obsessed with it. Like, I would rewatch it. I loved it so much. Let's hear the synopsis.
An unexpected promotion at a cutthroat hedge fund pushes a young couple's relationship to the brink, threatening to unravel far more than their recent engagement. Fair Play on Netflix now. Yeah. Oh, it's also got Sebastian de Souza, which I feel like he's in a lot of stuff these days. Alden and right, I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Definitely some recognizable faces aside from the two leads.
yeah.
But the two leads are phenomenal. Their performances are incredible, and the synopsis is a little bland, but like the show is great. Basically, this couple, they work at the same hedge fund or whatever, finance office in New York City, but keep their relationship a secret because they
Mm,
work together.
yeah.
So it's the
HR.
whole dynamic of like we have this secret relationship, like the thing said, one gets promoted and how that alters the relationship
Mm,
and just brings out a lot of character traits in each other that maybe they didn't know before, and shit gets crazy, and it's just very good.
okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, loved it.
You like a movie more than a show, I feel like.
I don't know. I like a good limited series.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like I don't love something that goes on for seasons and seasons unless it's like Game of Thrones, but I like a good limited series. I do love a good movie.
Okay, so we talked about it last week. Did you watch Reptile?
I haven't yet.
So yeah, we touched on it last week. I watched it. Tom
Dan.
Nichols is a hardened New England detective, unflinching in his pursuit of a case where nothing is as it seems, and it begins to dismantle the illusions of his own life. Reptile on Netflix. So it's Benicio del Toro. It is Justin Timberlake and Alicia Silverstone. So really good cast, actually. It's a murder mystery. Benicio del Toro is the main detective in it. He's trying to solve this murder of Justin Timberlake's, I think, fiance or girlfriend. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Sarah, not so much. She was really distracted by the music in it, which it didn't really bother me. It is a little kind of all over the place.
Okay.
And we looked up who the director was, and he's kind of a newer director that really has been focusing on music videos.
Interesting.
So it might have explained like why the music seemed like a little too much sometimes, and like taking kind of a front seat when it probably should be in the back seat. Anyways, I liked it a lot. Sarah was like on it.
Interesting.
So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Just real quick, I mean, we've talked about it before, but Loki is back, and season 2, episode 1 is out right now. And the first episode's kind of very odd, but like I like what they're doing with it. And I'm just like a big Marvel and Loki. And is it Tom Hiddleston? Is that his name?
Yep.
I love him. He's very good.
Yeah, he is.
And obviously Owen Wilson. Fantastic. Wow. I didn't even know. Owen Wilson. That was terrible. That was terrible, and I'm embarrassed about that impersonation. Oh, you know what I was thinking about the other day?
Huh.
Okay. You know Forrest Gump? You've seen Forrest Gump, right?
Yeah.
You know, everyone thinks that he's like kind of like, I don't know, mentally handicapped, right?
Yeah.
Like he's like stupid or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that. I think, hear me out.
Okay.
I think that Forrest Gump was autistic.
Well, that's kind of what I assumed.
Really? Oh, I
Yeah.
thought he was like had an IQ of like 3.
No, I always thought he was just on the spectrum.
Oh.
Is that not what everybody else thinks?
I don't. It's not what I thought. And then the other day I was watching. Actually, I was in a Bubba Gump's flying back from Puerto Vallarta, and I was watching the scene where he's learning ping pong, and I'm like, and he's doing it with both hands. I'm like, this is the most like fucking Elon Musk autistic thing. He's a fucking genius.
Yeah, totally. I always
And it
thought
makes
that.
sense why he becomes a billionaire, and like he's like super hyper focused on like running across the world, you know, and everything. So anyways, I don't know. I just never thought about it that way. But yeah, I think that like he wasn't stupid. He was smarter than everybody else.
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry. That was a little bit of a rant there that I
That's
just
okay.
put
I
that
love a
in
good
there.
rant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a new season of the Murdaugh Murderers.
A new season?
A new season.
How many more episodes can they do on this?
Well, that's the thing. So it goes into the trial, right?
Okay.
And then it's just like how the trial goes with Alec Murdaugh, and like, did he really kill his son and his wife and all this stuff? And it's interesting. It like kind of puts a bow on all of it. So I highly recommend, especially if you were like kind of like really into the Murdaugh murders in general. I have a couple thoughts on it. I still am not 100% sure what his motive was. Do I think that he like did it? Yeah, probably. Like, why would he like pretended like he wasn't at the dog kennels, but then they found the video of him at the dog kennels 3 minutes before what the coroners think was the time of death. So like that, I don't know, that's weird. You lied about it. And then he talks about like, you know, he was at his mom's house for 40 minutes and he tells like the caretaker, hey, tell everyone I was here for 40 minutes. The caretaker's like, he was here for like 20 minutes and she was already asleep. He came at like 9:30, you know? So it's like, nothing makes any sense. Like you definitely had something to do with it, but I still don't understand why you killed them. Like, was it insurance money? Like, did they know about, like, you're embezzling money from the firm? Everyone knows about that now. Like, what was, like, were you embarrassed by your son just killing that girl in the boat? Like, I just need someone to explain to me what the motive was. But anyways, and I will say this: everyone should go watch it. I didn't really give a whole lot because you obviously know what happens to him. Like everyone knows he goes to jail.
Right.
But I will say this: I think the cleaning lady or the housekeeper, I think she knows more.
Yeah.
I think she knows a little bit more than she's letting on. And by that, I mean when she says, "I don't want to answer that question," when they're like, "Do you know more?"
Wow.
Yeah. I tell you who I kind of feel bad for, even though like, so there's the other brother, Buster, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, there's like, maybe like the Buster killed that gay guy and they've opened up that case. Remember the like hit and run accident?
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel bad for like, if he didn't do that, okay, if he did kill that homosexual kid, a gay kid, whatever, and a hit and run, okay, fuck you. But if he didn't, this poor kid, in a span of like a week, had his grandfather, his mother, his brother all die. And then like 3 months later, his dad go to jail for killing them. Like this guy's life is fucked forever. But if he did kill that gay kid, karma, she's a bitch.
Have you watched any of Love is Blind?
No, I haven't.
They released 2 more episodes, and this show, this season, just gets juicier and juicier. And I didn't even realize, like, there's like a side of TikTok that just goes in so much more depth on Love is Blind. I think like it's been known that usually every season more couples actually get engaged and a lot even have a wedding and it's never televised. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? They're like, yeah, you know, it's like a time thing. Like, they only have so much time, you know, to air episode, whatever. But like, I feel like they waste a lot of time talking about shit when I would rather see these other relationships happen, right? It's like crazy, especially this season because only 2 are actually having weddings. It's like 2's not very many. You usually have like 3 or 4. Why did you guys cut this out? So there's all of this conspiracy theory, if you will. Honestly, I think it's like, I think it has more traction though than a conspiracy theory. I think there's like stone cold facts that there's more to the story about why some of these relationships got cut out. So there's this one girl, her name's Renee. She's blonde, very cute. I think her occupation always said veterinarian, and I remember thinking like in the first few episodes, oh, I love her. I wish they'd show her more. And I just assumed that she didn't meet anybody in the pod she connected with. No. She got engaged and was gonna walk down the aisle. And one of these episodes, they're doing the wedding dress fittings, and Lydia is engaged and gonna, walk down the aisle with Milton. So she's at her dress fitting, and Vanessa's all, who'd you bring? And she's like, my mom, my brother. And then they're like, oh, and Renee from the pods. But what I found out on TikTok is Renee was not there to support Lydia. Renee was there for her own dress fitting, and her mom and friends were sitting there. And somehow Love is Blind producers thought they could get away with panning to Renee, pretending like she's there for Lydia, while her family and friends are sitting behind her. And now everyone's up in arms, like, justice for Renee. We want to hear her side of the story. But apparently, there's some like crazy shit between her and her like the guy, the fiance or whatever from the show. And from what I understand, he's like super shady. And I just need to know like more about it. Like, I feel like this could be a whole nother spinoff about the relationships that don't work and why. Like, what unearthed about these people that were so bad that you're not even airing it on television anymore? I need to know.
The other thing is, like, it's Netflix. It's not like it's network television where you only can do 22 episodes because you have to, make room for young Sheldon's next season. It's like you can have as many fucking episodes as you want.
There's some shit they don't want us to know. And I think TikTok's going to find it out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited about it. I'm in.
So did you ever watch the show The Boys?
I didn't. I heard it was good, though.
Yeah, it's really good. It's about superheroes, but it's like, what if superheroes were just like all of us and kind of like pieces of shit, That's the premise of it. And so now there's a new spin-off of The Boys called Gen V, which is on Prime, that we started watching last night, which is very interesting. From the world of The Boys comes Gen V, which explores the first generation of superheroes to know that their superpowers are from Compound V. These heroes put their physical and moral boundaries to the test, competing for the school's top ranking, Gen V. So, you know how, like, in X-Men, they all go to the Xavier School for the Gifted?
Yes.
This is what is happening. All these kids are going to this badass school, and they've all got superpowers. And you can kind of go one of two ways. You can want to be like a crime-fighting superhero, or you can go and be a celebrity, like an actor or a singer or a dancer. They make jokes about, like, you can go on Dancing with the Stars. They'll be fine. Anyways, we're only one episode in. But it's on Prime right now, and yeah, it's interesting. It's it's like a little YA of it,
I love that. I like YA.
I do too. But also like super gory,
Yeah.
So there's that.
Okay.
I think that's all I have. Someone did send me this. Let me see what this is. I think someone sent me this as like, you need to make this into a sound bite.
Oh.
For my soundboard, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, we can always use more sounds. That is good.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
I like that.
So whoever sent me that, thank you. That is good.
Mm-hmm.
That is very good.
Yes, it is.
Two of my best buds have music out right now, and so I wanted to support that.
Okay.
My buddy David Borné has a new record out, and it's so good. It's called Genesis, and there's a lot of songs that I like a lot. I think this is one of my favorite songs that he's just ever done. It's called "The Color of the Rain," and it's off his new record called Genesis. Everyone go support David Borné. He's just the best. And then I have another one. You know my buddy John Wesley Satterfield?
I think I've met him before.
Yeah, he was at my wedding.
Yeah.
I love him. He's so great. He's got some new music coming out, and this is a new song called Ghost. Do you want to go out on that, or do you have something you want to play?
No, let's go out on it.
He's got a video out for this, which is really good, by the way, too. I think I played for you Ain't For Sale, which is going to be on this new record as well earlier, but I do like the song Ghost. You got something coming up? What's going on with you?
I'm horse showing this week.
Nice.
So I'll
That brings you joy.
It does. It's also a lot of hard work. I've literally been there from sun up to sundown today. I'm tired.
Oh, really?
And it's day one. But yeah, I mean, the weather is absolute perfection right now in Nashville. And it
Ooh.
looks like it's going to stay that way all week. So I am just like too blessed to be stressed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to soak in
Too blessed to be stressed.
yeah, I'm just like trying to soak
That
in
needs to
like
be on like a hat or something.
like loving life, you know, just
Yeah, man.
gratefulness, like
Live life, love. Live life, love.
live, love life.
Live life, life, love, love. Live life, life, love, 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 love.
Maybe that should be the sign above you for the podcast now.
That would be really funny and ironic.
It really would.
Just dance.
Just
you know?
dance.
My mom has that in her kitchen. Just dance.
I hope you dance.
I hope you dance. Yeah, whatever it is.
It's too
I'm
good.
kind of stuck in town for a while. I'm really excited about it.
Stuck. Huh?
Well, like I don't have any travel plans. Like next month, November is the next time I'm traveling anywhere, which is really nice. I need to get centered. I need to get back healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have like a lot of work to do now that we kind of can start going back to work, which is nice.
That is great.
All right, YFTers, we love you.
We love you guys.
And we're sorry if you don't like the BIP recaps. And if you don't, then I'm going to put in a timestamp for you so you can just skip it.
Yeah,
you know?
It is good this year though.
It is. It's a good season.
It's just good trash TV, you know?
And to be honest with you, it could be worse. We could be doing both the Golden Bachelor and
I know. I did start watching that and I do kind of like it.
it's great. It's so wholesome.
I know. It's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, YFTers. Yeah, I think the YouTube thing is now happening.
I think there's
Or
some stuff up
soon.
there. I don't know if there was like a hard launch, but like there's definitely videos on our YouTube. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go check it out.
check that out.
And it's Your Favorite Thing podcast on YouTube. Yeah. Okay. All right, YFTers, we love you.
Love y'all.
We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
This podcast has been brought to you by Podcast Nation.